producer. Ooh, basket. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Haha. Nice. Fuck yeah! Scooby-Doo Wrestlemania Mystery. Huh. Didn't know they were still making Scooby-Doo movies. Now, I do want to review this, but I don't feel comfortable reviewing this by myself. I need a wrestling expert. Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into?
What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. You're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? What's the Scooby-Doo?
So, you're my wrestling expert then?
Yep, been a fan since I was a kid, still a fan today, go to live shows, the whole deal.
Well, someone left me this DVD. You want to watch it?
Sure, sounds fun. Yay!
The movie opens with Kane walking down a random street at night, as he is wont to do, coming across the welcome sign for WWE City. Naturally, the sign is a giant moving figure of Triple H shouting about how great the city is.
Our focus shifts to The Miz, who's going for a run while listening to his own theme music and singing about how awesome he is. Again, perfectly in character. Suddenly, a giant red ghost bear attacks, beating up The Miz and messing up that big sign in the process.
That all you got, Yogi? My face!
Wait, I'm already confused. Why was that guy walking around the streets late at night wearing his full costume? And why was he being such a jerk to that other guy? I just don't get it!
Wrestling?
Then what about the ghost bear? Where'd that thing come from?
That I don't know about.
Well, as if to remind its audience that, yes, this is a Scooby-Doo movie, we get an intro composed of old episode clips from Scooby-Doo, intercut with clips from various wrestling events featuring the characters who are portrayed in the movie.
Including such characters as Brodus Clay, who's no longer working for the WWE, and Santino Marella, who's probably never going to wrestle again, and instead appearing in Jingle All the Way 2 with Larry the Cable Guy.
Nice to know that this movie will never, ever be dated. Finally, we meet up with Shaggy and Scooby playing some kind of wrestling video game. Naturally, the two are big wrestling fans, with Shaggy supporting John Cena and Scooby supporting Sin Cara.
Wait, which Sin Cara?
Huh?
Never mind.
Oh, wait, there's more than one?
No, of course not.
Uh-huh. When Scooby beats the game, he has to do a weird victory dance minigame, which he does perfectly. Because of his perfect score, they see a recorded message from Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, telling Scooby that he is the last Starfighter. Wait, no, wrong movie. Actually, they just win a free trip to WWE City, where WrestleMania is about to happen.
Scooby and Shaggy are excited and try to convince their friends to go with them. Freddy, Daphne, and Velma are less than enthused, especially Daphne, who seems to want nothing to do with it, representing a typical disdain for wrestling that seems pretty common. In a surprisingly self-aware moment, Shaggy and Scooby get up in arms about all the times over the years that the team has used them as bait for monster traps and stuff, complete with embarrassing pictures.
This argument is enough to get the rest of them to budge, and Freddy and Velma both come up with their own ways that they might be able to find enjoyment in the trip. Freddy wants to try out his new camera, and Velma plans to take on the Herculean task of bringing her brand of scientific analysis to wrestling.
On the trip to WWE City, Shaggy and Scooby reveal their mastery of priorities, and we learn that they were too busy packing snacks to bring clothes for anyone. This leads to another great moment of awareness.
I mean it!
Like, what's the big deal? We all wear the same outfits every single day anyway.
Yeah, you got to admit it. He does have a point.
Wow, this movie really seems to get it.
Freddy has to swerve to avoid running over a raccoon, and then the mystery machine gets stuck in a ditch, just in time to save the day. Ugh, John Cena appears.
As it turns out, even Daphne has found something to like about this trip. to WWE's very own Superman. The van is back on the road, Daphne isn't being such a stick in the mud, and the gang has VIP passes to WrestleMania, which Cena seems to carry around in his jorts at all times just in case some emergency charity work comes up.
We're also introduced to original character Ruben, a young up-and-coming wrestler, and his uncle Cookie, a former wrestler who acts as a trainer in WWE City. After some Tom and Jerry nonsense with that raccoon from before, and an encounter with some weird hillbilly guy named Bayard, Scooby and his friends finally make their way to the city. You could tell the animators took the chance to make as many references as they could fit in here. Nice.
Next we have a montage representing a wrestling event attended by the gang, showing off the different wrestlers doing whatever it is they do. Wait, what the hell is with Sock Puppet Guy? Wrestling?
Wrestling.
Anyway, next Mr. McMahon comes out to show off how awesome their championship belt is, with all its sweet gold and jewels. Because it's so important and valuable, he says that they'll be keeping it in an impenetrable vault until WrestleMania, from which it would be totally impossible to steal it.
After leaving the wrestling show, the crew hops in Sin Cara's maybe mildly racist hot rod and gets a ride to the place where the wrestlers live and train. Here we see a bunch of cameos of wrestlers, old and new, from legends like Sergeant Slaughter
I know him from G.I. Joe!
and Jimmy Hart to more current guys like The Big Show. Hell, we even see Alberto Del Rio, who was fired and probably hates more than anything that he's even in this movie.
We get a little more of the setting, including WWE's own version of Mount Rushmore, a mountain with a big dumb picture of the belt on it, and get to meet a few more wrestlers who will be more important later, like AJ Lee, and the first day of the trip comes to an end. As everyone gets ready for bed, we get little vignettes with the different groups. While Velma is working on her research project du jour, Daphne has more pressing concerns in mind.
Which do you think John would like better?
Seriously?
Seriously, be honest.
The one on the right.
My thoughts exactly.
You know, Charles decides whether to wear the little Gucci dress, or the little Gucci dress. Exactly.
Wait, was that a clip from Spice World?
I have my thing, you have yours. Next, we see the guys in their room getting ready for bed. Shaggy is playing more of the wrestling game, and Scooby is getting comfortable in bed. Wait, where's Freddy? Wait, Freddy got the couch? Are you serious? Sure, Scooby's famous, but I believe he is still a dog. How come Freddy gets bitch status here? I mean, he is the least interesting character, but that's not his fault. Come on.
Anyway, once they finally get to sleep, we're subjected to an insane nightmare where Scooby finds himself wrestling against giant food monsters. As if that wasn't scary enough. When he wakes up, he's face to face with the Ghost Bear again, who proceeds to chase Scooby through the compound, leaving a path of destruction behind that claims Sin Cara's car and continues the Miz's run of awesome luck.
Oh my god.
After another run-in with Mr. McMahon, we finally get our first look into just what the deal is with that Ghost Bear, thanks to our handy historian, Sin Cara.
But does he even talk?
He doesn't have to. Luckily, I speak masked luchador.
Cena narrates the story of a giant wrestling bear named Vicious that was defeated by Sin Cara's great-great-great-grandfather Sin Cara Grande and proceeded to attack the city and rage over its loss. The luchador fought off the bear to save the city, but suffered an injury to end his career in the process. Now he believes that the excitement for WrestleMania has stirred the bear's spirit and caused it to attack again. Because we have the narration from Cena, we don't get to see Sin Cara telling the story through interpretive dance, but it probably looked something like this.
Creature had a mean streak a mile wide and twice as ugly. It had never been beaten, ever. Until it met Sin Cara Grande. Sin Cara's great-great-great-grandfather. He challenged the bear on this very spot, long before there was ever a WWE City. The battle between man and bear was epic.
Now that the engrossing backstory is out of the way, we've reached the end of another day. Naturally, another night means another dream for Scooby, but this time his sleepwalking has, well, consequences. When everyone wakes up, McMahon's business lady, Ms. Richards, wakes up the team with distressing news. The belt has been stolen. What's worse, she's brought the wrestle cops to arrest Scooby for stealing it. The heroes naturally protest, but when Scooby's blankets fall away, he's wearing the belt.
Well, gee. Thankfully, our handy CSI Velma is here, ready to prove Scooby's innocence with this airtight story. Scooby was hypnotized while he stole the belt. Showing his computer programming chops, Reuben speaks up with a theory, saying that the video game that Scooby and Shaggy were playing uses flashes of light to implant post-hypnotic suggestions to make someone steal the belt. Naturally, the dance that Scooby was doing for the minigame perfectly matches the motions needed to get past the alarm lasers protecting the belt.
Sounds good to me. Yep. Despite this totally reasonable story based on concrete logic, the business types aren't convinced. However, the Mad Caesar figure he is, McMahon decides to throw Scooby into the ring with Kane at the upcoming WrestleMania to fight for his freedom. And hell, he throws Shaggy in that match too for daring to be associated with such a vile criminal.
In an effort to avoid being completely murdered by Kane, Shaggy and Scooby enter into training with AJ Lee. They don't think too much of her as she skips cutely up to them, but the instant their training starts, it becomes very clear that she's far tougher than they thought. You can tell because Shaggy and Scooby voluntarily go to investigate the Ghost Bear.
In an effort to avoid being completely murdered by AJ, the pair tags along with Velma, Freddy, Daphne, and John Cena to investigate the cave that the Ghost Bear was known to have come from. Deep inside the cave, they discover a room full of tools to execute an evil plan, like books about hypnosis, supplies to build an EMP, and a calendar with a full evil plan schedule. Convenient. Of course, as they're figuring out how they'll use all this evidence to plead their case, the bear shows up to chase them off.
This is the point in the movie where there should be a classic chase scene, complete with music, all through the cave. The bear does chase our heroes around, but it's not quite the same. It lacks the Benny Hill charm of the older Scooby-Doo chases, but doesn't really offer anything in its place. What it does offer, however, is this gem.
Chase, the gang emerges from a storm drain and find themselves right in the middle of the Wwe Training Compound, explaining how the bear has been getting there. They find McMahon and Richards to tell them what they've found. Since the bigwigs refuse to cancel WrestleMania, Fred suggests that they use the event to set a trap to catch the Ghost Bear.
Of course, all this evidence doesn't actually mean that Shaggy and Scooby are off the hook for their match, so they find themselves billed as Skinny Man and Dead Meat, with Kane in the ring ready to really ruin their day. Though Sign Guy is there for moral support. While their match is going on, Velma comes to the conclusion that the championship belt must be fake and is fitted with an EMP device. To prove it, though, she needs a magnet. Where could she ever find one of those?
Maybe I'm in the wrong profession. Luchadors are awesome. Despite Cena's efforts to get the EMP device a safe distance away,
That wasn't supposed to happen.
it activates and knocks out the power to the arena.
John Cena sucks!
At which time the Ghost Bear shows up to wreak more havoc. Thanks to Triple H and the Legends, with Sergeant Slaughter channeling his inner G.I. Joe, backup power is turned on just in time to lure the bear into the ring and lower a cage around it to trap it.
Julie, do the thing.
Yes, sir, right away. With Cena, Sin Cara, Kane, and Reuben pinning the bear in place, Scooby gives it one final belly flop to knock it out, causing the ring to collapse in an appropriately dramatic finale.
Now that the bear is out of commission, it's time for the classic Scooby-Doo villain reveal.
Cookie? Cookie? Cookie?
Cookie! Nom nom.
As it turns out, Cookie was bitter that his promising wrestling career was cut short by an injury, and he decided that the best way to get revenge is to hatch an elaborate plan to ruin the WWE's reputation by hiding hypnosis signals in a video game to make someone steal the championship belt for him, and also terrorizing the various residents of WWE City under the guise of a ghost bear. Well, he's certainly an efficient multitasker.
Well-rounded criminals. Whee! In honor of their work to help out his company, Mr. McMahon awards Scooby and Shaggy the championship belt that they retrieved from Cookie. Although Scooby is the only one who actually did anything. Shaggy was trapped in the ropes the entire time. The guilty party is arrested, and the gang heads home after a rewarding WrestleMania experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special WWE presentation of Battle Royale for the WWE Championship, a rather unusual affair. I'm joined here on commentary by my partner, Dusty Rhodes.
Good evening, JR. I can't wait to see where this Battle Royale brings. These competitors have been trading for months for this side of the WWE title.
Well, I hear one of them has not been training that long, but we'll see how it goes for them. And seems we're gonna get started. We have young Scooby-Doo entering at number 1.
Scooby-Doo oh no!
Oh no, we have another combatant at number 2. We don't really... Oh, Fandango has entered the fray.
Fandango, he's a dancing fool. He loves to dance. He's not that much of a competitor, but loves to dance.
Scooby-Doo seems right at home on the dance floor with Mr. Fandango, but we have Bray Wyatt interrupting their little dance party.
Bray Wyatt, one of the more impressive forces in the WWE today. He inspires people.
They call them the Fireflies. Oh, we have young Bo Dallas, who has something to say about this matter.
One of the more inspirational people in the world. Bo Dallas changes lives. He makes people better. He does what he can to make people better.
What he can do is eliminate Bray Wyatt.
For a real kid. I don't set out. This isn't even a real match. Don't worry. It can be a real match. All you have to do is believe.
That's what Bro Dallas has to say. Oh no, he does not seem to agree.
Mystery combatant seems to have Bo Dallas up the side carry.
No! He's spitting teeth out after that one.
Bo Dallas seems to have inspired the floor a little bit with that last action.
Danger for Scooby-Doo. Oh, wait.
It would appear our mystery combatant has eliminated himself.
Lucky break. Well, now we have Seth Rollins here to see what he has to say.
Seth Rollins, the true future of the WWE. He can do anything, that man.
Now we've lost the lights.
Days of beware of dogs. These things happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right. It's all right.
Yes, indeed. Oh, we're back in action, and young Seth Rollins is showing why he is the future of the WWE. And
there's nothing Scooby-Doo can do. There's absolutely. Oh no.
Oh dear, there's a bear. We did not know where a bear is in this battle royale.
We fear Seth Rollins did not as well. Seth Rollins eliminated.
Oh, and now we are down to Scooby-Doo and this giant bear. Who mounts it? Mistake here, and we have a new champion. I didn't expect this.
Well, Scooby-Doo will bring great pride to the WWE title, I'm certain.
I certainly hope so.
Well, that was scary, but fun. This movie is awesome. You guys really need to watch it. Anyway, Scooby-Doo Wrestlemania Mystery is a very silly movie, but I had a lot of fun watching it, even though I know just about nothing about wrestling. The movie is filled with tons of in-jokes and nods to the wrestling community that wrestling fans will enjoy, and it is done in a way that non-wrestling fans won't be alienated. The movie also pokes fun at some of the tropes associated with Scooby-Doo, which Scooby fans will appreciate since they poke fun but aren't harsh about it. Overall, it's an enjoyably silly movie that I definitely recommend. By the way, if you get a physical copy of the movie, please watch the behind the scenes. They're hilarious.
Scooby-Doo!
Alright guys, I'm Calluna, and thanks for joining me on Screenshots. I'll see you next time, everybody.
I'm Mr. Money in the Bank. She's Calluna. Thank you for watching Screenshots.
I don't actually quote the Spice thing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, is it recording?
Yes.
Continue discussing lighting conditions for a second, please.
Alright, sure. Lights. All of the lights. Ha 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 ha. Because of his perfect score, they see a recorded message from Vince McMahon.
Vince. His daughter's Sturford.
I was waiting for me to flub. It took a while.
All right, well, don't worry. I'll just forward all this footage directly to Matthew. You can put it in the next watch meeting.
I'm gonna just put my hat up just a little.
If you really want to just go all the way with it, just literally have you just turn your hat around so that you can face it.
Just go. Wait.
Ash Ketchum.
Well, that was fun. A little scary, but still fun. Hold on. Hold on.
bear is out of commission, it's time for the classic Scooby-Doo villain reveal.